of yourself if you want. I put my team on my back, did what I could, what I had. Now I'll be all in my bag, copy and paste with the swag. Bet you can't do it like me. All my winners on repeat. Take your L like a boss, stand 10 toes on your feet. I can never take a loss. I ain't set up for defeat. 4 Giottos on the truck. I had a dream and it's stuck. Living my life cause we up. Looking back like where the love. So I be hella low key, but contrary to belief, loyalty runs deep. I keep my ear to the streets. Struggle turned me to a beast. I'm out the chain, I'm out the
I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it go. Now I get it go. Now I get it go. Now I get it go.
Ain't it crazy how them tables turn? You can fold or you can stand firm. I'm a real one, so I ain't concerned. I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch you work, watch him hate, watch him lurk. Can't relate, watch you skirt. Out the mud, out the dirt, above the waters, in the murks, at the gate, on site. Red breed, red tight, set the bar, take flight. Yeah, I been grinding since a youngin', they told me my timing was coming. I been hustling with no fun and forget all the fame, get the money. I'm out in LA where it's sunny. I been eating since a youngin', since we ain't have food in our tummy. The life we was living ain't funny, but you cannot take nothing from me. Put that on my mama, my daughter, my cousin, my brother, I'll show you. Way better than I can tell you. The type of dreams that they sell you. That's why I learned from my failures. Don't do the handouts or the favors. Told my brother I'ma get this paper. Was left behind, I'll see it later. To keep it real, you don't need to wait up. Lay it out on the line, ain't no looking back. Giving my all with no strings attached. Came from the bottom, rose through the cracks. Spotlight on you, behind you gon'
I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it go. 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 I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it go. Now I get it go. Now I get it go. Now I get it go.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Taken about 7 yards deep, and they will elect to not. Bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared, but I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Jackson, that's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
He may try and run for this. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 53 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there. Tucker down to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? 5 defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a
double
dime.
it.
A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
And we saw that advantage right there. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 44-yard line. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
Kansas City
throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Frank Clark, they're
only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 20.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. Space to maneuver at the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line.
Come on! That's good.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 40.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Makes it 3rd and 11.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score, Ravens 7, Chiefs nothing.
He can run for it, and he will. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
They're on the stop. No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Going deep here for Watkins. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
44-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And now a hook up downfield on 2nd down. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead, 56 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Tavon Young. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
The Ravens
and Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
On second down now, it's Ingram, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Jackson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit. And that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on 3rd down. Now Washington. Now they can't bring him down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On first, here's Washington. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
Marlon Humphrey on the tackle. A gain of 2. Brings up
throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 20-yard line.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Ben Neiman on the tackle.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Jackson's pass, intended for Nick Boyle, incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Ingram. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Fielded in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
That's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Jackson. He uncorks it for Snead. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. Taking a deep shot here. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Complete to
Mecole Hardman, 67 yards. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Well, last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
5 yards. It's third down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back now in Baltimore.
21.
It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. They're going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Complete to
Tyreek Hill,
Touchdown.
87 yards. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Second and 8 at the 21-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Ingram again. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down.
Brought him down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
7.
To throw on third down. Jackson. He's going deep for... And that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown. 77 yards. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And he's able to put it through.
Makes the score Ravens 28. Chiefs.
Tucker down to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Mahomes now on first down. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Incomplete.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's Mahomes to throw. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Intended for Sammy Watkins.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him. One of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Mahomes firing complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. This pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Not much there, only a yard. And a little floater there is incomplete. He was looking again for Kelsey there on that play, but now it's 3rd and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Mahomes to throw once more. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
The Ravens take
the Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 10-yard line.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's Hardman to return. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10.
Their own 37.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Tavon Young. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the 2nd one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air is going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. He's going to keep it again. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He uncorks it for Snead. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.
That's a flag on the play. Let's go.
Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake.
Let's go.
I just took off with that rock, just like Tyreek Hill. I just count 100 racks, that's a whole field. He don't want no championship, get him out of here. I just got a sack, like I run up in the backfield. I just got a sack, like I ran up on a quarterback. Shake and bake, make a play just like a quarterback. We ain't worrying about no formers, we ain't staying there. Running off the block, yeah, I'm something like a linebacker. I got juice like a Fanta, how you like it?
How you like it?
I'm on purple, I'm on yellow, like a Viking. All these plays that I'm catching, I done gone crazy. I do my thing, 6 range, just like Tom Brady. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake.
Let's go.
I'm in the field like a Panther, I done up the standards. Like Michael Vick in Atlanta when it's time to scramble. Neck full of water, call me Black Bridgewater. Lamar Jackson, how I throw them Ravens cross the border.
Hold up. You know I'm a touchdown with the sack. Run up the whole like a running back on the play. Intercept the pack like a safety, you boys ain't shake play. That's a flag on the play. Let's go.
Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake.
Let's go.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay,
When I hit that.
Okay,
When I hit that. Cause I ain't like it nothing. When I hit that. When I hit that.
Stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secure the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah, ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay,
When I hit that. When I hit that. Cause I ain't like it nothing. When I hit that. When I hit that.
like me. Can't see me when I get on the ground. Game on, it's about to go down. A juke and shake it all up. My moves make 'em run them up. I'm lit so you know what's up. I got the party going up. A champ with the crown is here. I'ma win anywhere. Hey, so shake it like you don't care. I shake it up everywhere. And I can bake cakes by the pound. Blow the whistle 'cause I love that sound. And we can just keep going round. I'm ready for another round. Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like work the middle, 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 work the.
Pan a camera to the middle of the dance floor. I think there's something going down. Shorty backing goods like a transport, and I ain't never seen something so round. How round? Round like a planet in orbit, round like a b-ball. 23 Jordan, dunking on default. Automatic forces attract me to females. I look this gorgeous.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Houston Texans. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Now Jackson on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 72 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Mix the score. Ravens 7, Texans nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here first and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he'll drop here to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it. Oh, right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown.
Touchdown.
Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Ravens 14, Texans nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack.
It's second down.
Another try after the first down sack. Watson. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
A loss of 2.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. 3rd and goal, Jackson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5 and to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Johnson, the Texan ball carrier. Matt Judon there on the stop. A 3-yard pickup.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
It's now 4th down.
They're going for it. It's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Derek Wolfe. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step toward forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone.
me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power. Hey, look at my dogs from. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? Ay, her she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught her the rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's broke to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Irresponsible without your money or not. Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just
NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Mayfield on 1st down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
3rd down and 12.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
1st and 10 at the 30.
So opening drive, 3rd down. They go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, Mayfield, and it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
The tackle made.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3 brings up 2nd and 7.
56, the mark, boys, 56. I got it.
To throw, Mayfield. And he'll take a shot here. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Austin Hooper, 44 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead.
Good.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll throw right away. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Touchdown.
Tyreek Hill, 75 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
That ties.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. JoJo Natson now on the return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. Mayfield now. He finds his target, Beckham. 20, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, 72 yards, and the Browns have taken the lead. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
14, Chiefs 7. Austin Seibert.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
But conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, They give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Throwing is Mahomes on third. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
First down, Kansas
on first down, Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
It's Kelsey on the ground. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 36. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. The 20, 10, and he'll score. Touchdown, Browns.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have the coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it's now 21-7. Here's Mecole Hardman. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the return, the Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen.
And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 76 yards.
Could be plenty more before this game is over.
Harrison Butker.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 30-yard line.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play that time for Cleveland. 43 yards. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here.
Austin Seibert to kick off for Cleveland.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Sherman. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And the first
now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Greedy Williams on the tackle.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. Room here to run. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
The ball carrier. He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 2.
From the 29, Mahomes. This is intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Boston.
So that is 2 pick sixes he's thrown in this football game. Now, you take those away, Charles, it's a completely different situation.
It totally is, but guess what? They have to deal with what they have now, okay? So they can't just mentally go, well, if we hadn't thrown those pick sixes, we'd be okay. Here's where you are. Here's where you're going to battle. But guess what? They're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
On the return, the Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he's into the clear. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Touchdown.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire. 66 yards. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead.
The kick is good.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. The run on 1st down gets them a couple up to the 27.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Chubb on the counter. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 45.
On 2nd and 12. Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
4. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Tyrann Mathieu there to make the tackle.
1 yard.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On third down, here's Edwards-Helaire. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
By Denzel Ward. It's a gain of 9.
Now Edwards-Helaire
at the 46-yard line.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
A gain of 4 yards.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Browns 22-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Maybe one final chance here to make this a bit more respectable as he'll go for it on 4th and goal. And he'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and this Browns defense stands tall. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And a huge return start as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
By the Chiefs.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. His throw caught right around the 6. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Kansas City.
Travis Kelce, 28 yards. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Makes the score Browns 41.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 45. A run for Nick Chubb. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Anthony Hitchens brought him down. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.
With this, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this, I turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible, yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable, then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro, ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa, your whole team is no competition, boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission, running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog, turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I whipped the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, and I hit that. I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these eyes ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew, ooh. Only winning is exception on my cool, yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah. Then I hit that.
Nature, all is automatic.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Arizona Cardinals. Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 77 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead.
The kick is...
Defensively, they told us that the top priority was defending option plays this week. But here on the very first drive, the defense broke down a bit.
It certainly did, and it's really not a surprise because defending option football is difficult. You have to think too much. Most of the time, you just react to what you see and you play fast. Here you're reacting, you're processing. Do I have the back? Do I have the quarterback? Who do I take? Do I take on a blocker? And next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
6-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. And this one caught by Max Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down.
16 yards. 1st down, Arizona.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
The Ravens take
timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
He's brought down.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 11 yards there, 1st down.
That's good for a Baltimore Raven. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews there to make the grab. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone to give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes.
And got his man complete. 20. And all of a sudden, they're knocking on the door inside Baltimore's 10. A big play there on the catch and run. 71 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. On 1st and goal, Drake. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already.
Justin Tucker to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
They don't know my name, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade.
They say fall and you let go, but I know I got an antidote to retain some kind of self-control. Look inside my head through a telescope. You erase all the calls from a telephone. No sense of smile, maybe tell a joke. Holding back your tears, singing minimal syllables. Yeah,
Look at me, out of the asylum. Was a fate or mistake, cause the time ain't up. Yet the parts of my mind don't get much love. If you want in my head, come and call me up. You look like a twisted Robin Hood. Yeah, you take from the rich and the poor and us. Wearing diamond shoes where you walk your pugs. In a town you create where there ain't no love. Where do I go? Where do I know? Not on the phone. They don't know my name. I can do the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains. I can do the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade.
Stop taking but still got a reflux. I drip out from the socket to a teacup. Drink up inside, look when they peep us. She's us in the belly of the beast, but outside there's a war going on your front lawn. Black Hawk, see the red dawn horizon. Blind yet I'm rising, abiding by laws of attraction. My thoughts still rising, thinking what type of knowledge gon' sink in? Life gives you limits and my only thought is drinking. Thirsty, will I be alive or dead before 30? That's all that concerns me early. Lemonade quenching my inner rage when it takes center stage way before they pour it on my grave. Minute Maid, let it set my soul ablaze on each and every way. Put me in the water for the save.
They don't know my name. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. They don't know my name. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Lemonade, lemonade. Tie me up in chains. I get through the.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram, calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
20-yard line.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
At the Cowboys' 12-yard line.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
And 3.
Jackson looking to throw on third. And he's got Snead. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. First and goal from just inside the 5. They'll run here with Ingram. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Brings up second and
good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches, you say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4. Elliott. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 40.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it 2nd and 7. On 2nd and 7, Jackson escaping the pressure right. And some room to work. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. It's complete to Snead. From 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Cowboys' 36-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 11 yards there, first down.
Raven. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Switch it, switch it, kid, switch it. You got tight. You got tight right there. 13. Dragon 60. 70 Lions.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Is good. Makes the score Ravens 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to take another shot here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. Prescott, a quick throw caught by Cooper. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Ravens' 33-yard line.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
The ball carrier.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
On the carry.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
The line of scrimmage.
So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it. But I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, spread him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And Zerline's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
sack.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line.
Good job, good job.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Fielded in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in
all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Ravens have retaken the lead. So a designed run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that coming.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of him, being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly didn't
lost.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he claps down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 33-yard line.
This time, Jackson will throw it. Flush to his right. He's going to run again. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Snead's got it. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Jackson to Snead that time. First down, Baltimore. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
I'd sure love to offer some advice to the defensive coordinator, but his guys are just getting run over by an offense that's executing like a well-oiled machine.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. On the counter, Ingram. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Didn't have a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Ingram again. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker now for the extra point. Whoa. He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. Back now in Baltimore, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Taken in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Again, it's Elliott. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. And that is incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On 1st down, Ingram. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Tristan Hill brought him down.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out as the Ravens push further out in front. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the 2nd time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback. The ability to run the ball fearlessly. And in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
On the return. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Eluding the pressure right. Looking deep for Elliott. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 47. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Marquise Brown there to make the grab. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Ravens 34, Cowboys 10. Justin
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
On the return, the Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They go to Elliott again, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
A loss of a yard on the play, and it's 3rd down.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
On the carry.
Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a 1st. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 32. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
At the 45-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll move the chains.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.